handling specific seller objections and working through those objections while keeping your customer. So we don't want to get emotional about any of these things. We want to just discuss it with them, help them understand our professional line of thinking. Some people won't, they'll just never get it. And then you need to make a determination, do I want to work with them or not? This is a two-way street. Everybody thinks they're interviewing us and they're the only ones that can say whether they're going to work with us or not. It's just not true. Once they figure out that we can also go, hey, we're going to see if we want to work with you or not. We'll go from there. But how about we're thinking about working with SRT, International Realty, or we've never heard of your company before, something like that. I understand your concern, and I think you realize the company doesn't sell a home. It's the individual agent's activities. Do you feel that I can sell your home? Why do you have me here if you don't think I can sell your home? That's what I would come up with. Honestly, if you're asking me that, why would you have me here if you don't think I can sell your home? I'm a little confused. That's why I'm here. And how about the let's list high? It can always come down later. This one, you get it routinely. And people think that their home is the most valuable home on the community, even though it sits on a corner lot. It's privacy fenced in. They have zero view. It backs up to another house. And the other homes that they're comparing it against are on lakes and have these gorgeous views or golf course. And it's just amazing to hear people want to come in high. So I understand you want to list high to leave room for negotiation. However, have you ever considered the problem it creates for you? Most people won't even bother looking at properties that are priced too high. Would you rather have a bidding war or not have the opportunity to negotiate any offers at all? These are real things to come up with for folks. Let's list high and come down later. Well, we could do that, but you know what? If we put the price spot on where it ought to be, we're going to most likely get a ton of traffic and get multiple offers. Would you rather have multiple offers or fight for the highest price right out of the starting gate when I can most likely use a standard price on your home that it should go for, according to all of these comps that I've prepared for you, and you've looked at it, right? Why would we do that? And people are, well, I just kind of thought I'd try. Okay, well, we could again, but here's the scenario. Let's look at it from a buyer's perspective. And we need to get them to think that way instead of thinking of it from a seller's perspective. My house is perfect. It's pink. You're going, you're going, are you gonna have it clean before I do it? And they're walking you through it like it's the chapel or Christian. Yeah, Taj something. But anyway, we want to think it over. Well, that's great. How about this? Since three minds are better than two, let's think about it out loud. Let's just talk it through together. Tell me what you're considering. What are you thinking? Loop me in. Let me help you. And we'll go from there. And then most people will go, well, we really wanted to list it here. And you're saying here. And I'm like, well, I'm saying this is where it'll sell. We can list a little bit higher, but I just don't want you to go where you're thinking because it's off the charts. But if we go just a little bit higher, that leaves room for negotiation. Heck, somebody might buy it. Let's try that. Was that the only concern? Sign here. And how about this? Before you leave, guys, if that's really what you want to try, we'll go ahead and do it that way because we want the listings. Get your sign in the yard, right? If they don't want your sign in the yard and they don't want you to market and they want a price too high, then you have a business decision to make. Why would you spend money on photography and marketing and your time to work on something that you don't think is going to sell? It just doesn't compute, except if you can use it for leverage and marketing, then it works. Okay, so there's two sides to that coin. Does that make sense? Okay. How about I want to sleep on it? That's a common one. Now, both of these are common. I have a friend in the business. Shut up. Everybody does. That's throw a stone. Yep, there's another realtor. Welcome to Florida. But it's a big decision, right? So you just have to validate them. I know it's a big business decision. I can't say it. Yeah, I know it's a big decision. And, it's gotta be based upon what you want, right? Well, that's what I'm all about. I wanna make sure and try and get what you want out of this. Let's do this. We can sign this contract tonight, contingent upon your approval within 24 hours. That way we can both win. I don't have to come back and, you can tell me what you'd like to do tomorrow. If you don't wanna do it, I'll just drop it in the shredder, no problem. But, it gives you time. There's no pressure here, except for the fact that we just don't need to get back together again to make this part be done. And, it'll take the pressure off of you. You're gonna sleep better. And, either way, all we need to do is get this contract signed right now. How's that? I've used this one a lot. And when it's like, well, I'm here now. And people, I'm not talking to them about the electronic signatures at that point. It's always I'm here now. If you sign it now, and then you say no tomorrow, I'll just drop it in the shredder. But why don't we just go ahead and plan on going forward for right now with this step at least? And then you let me know how you feel. If it doesn't work for you, let's talk through that at that point. But honestly, it's just about time. And I have no problem pulling out your file, dropping it in the shredder, even though it'll make me cry. Okay, and I do tell people that one too. Oh, why not? It's true. I've worked so hard. I have a friend in the business. Why would I use you? There's a good one. I can appreciate that. Almost everyone does. Can I ask you, do you absolutely have to sell this home, or are you just looking to do your friend a favor? I'll be quiet again. You sought me out for a reason, right? I mean, the reason you have me here is you want to sell your home. Do you feel that I'd be effective in selling your home? And wait again. When you get a yes, you better get a yes. Then you can always, roll to other things. And it doesn't have to stop with these scripts. Again, are just outlines and ideas, guys. I have a friend in the business. Yeah, everybody does. Here's the other question. It's really easy to fire me if you're not happy with what I'm doing, right? How are you going to feel having to let your good friend go because they didn't do what they said they'd do? I'm going to give you my marketing plan. I don't know if they have, but here's actually our full seller's plan. And you can see the marketing plan. As we go through this, you can do the same thing I do, which is check it off things as this listing is going forward. Hopefully we sell it before you can get a chance to put a check on there. But in the meanwhile, you'll be able to see exactly what I'm doing. If I don't do my job, fire me, but please tell me first what I missed, because I'd like to make it right. And people are like, oh gosh, honey, he's right. How would you feel about having to fire Pam? That would be terrible. I know. And then you just sit over there and smile, not Pam. So, I mean, but these are real. Another agent said they could get me more money. We've never heard that one before.
No.
Yeah. Chris actually attended a listing with me, which was great. And we got this very line. And so it was very interesting. I can appreciate that. And I know you probably don't understand this. An agent that will list your property over price assumes they're going to take the listing now and then start beating you up on price week after week. And we actually in the business call that buying a listing. Is that what you want? Or would you rather have someone that's not afraid to tell you the truth? You want the truth on what the home value is, right? Then let's just do the right thing and simply put it on the market at the right price where it'll sell quickly and get the price that you deserve. Does that sound good to you? And I did my homework. My favorite line. Look, I did my homework. I've shared it with you. I don't name the price. I just simply don't. The market does. And this is what the market is saying that the home is worth. If we put it way up here, when the market's saying that it should really be priced here, I'm going to be doing a disservice. And why don't you just take a minute and look at the comps again and tell me where we can get $20,000 more than anybody else did and why we would. The market's not where it was several years, or not even a year ago. And it's just not. And now here's where we've had to fight recession and everything else right now. They're raising rates. Now we go down the negative trail. Because home pricing simply isn't jumping, but it is still improving around our areas for some people. Asking prices aren't, selling prices are. And there's a big difference in the two. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because if you don't ask more, how do you get more in a selling price? Well, that's because people are leaving a little leeway room, and they are ticking up a little bit, but not dramatically. Unless you're in high homes. If we're in a luxury market, they're making money still. Okay? So let's do the right thing, price it where it should be. You haven't sold any homes in my community. Why would I work with you? I would respond differently. I'd say, well, you know, why do you have me here? You asked me to come. I haven't sold any in this community. You're right. It's a new community. I haven't even been in every community in Lakewood Ranch, guys. I try my best, but it's so hard to know all the inventory as much as I want to because it's moving so quickly. I'm the first to agree. I didn't sell any of your community, but in the last several years, I've sold hundreds of homes around you. And if you'd like, I can give you referrals and you can call them and talk to them. And I think you're going to be real happy with what I did. That would be one of my responses, but this one works too. It's a valid concern. The reason you chose me is my brokerage sold thousands of homes throughout this area, and we literally have. Meaning when you sign, we can expose your property to the potential buyers, the best potential buyers from all over the country, not just your community. That kind of exposure is very important. Check out our 5-star rating, by the way. It's within our communities here, it's less than 3% now of the agents get that recognition. And our office, you can use our office as that recognition. That's fine. Actually, we've had it for the last 11 or is it 12 years?
12.
It's a lot, yeah. So what do you do to sell homes? It's much easier when they ask you this before you're in the process of selling their home. And you're 90 days in and it hasn't sold. What are you doing to sell my home? And at that point too, and at this point, you pull out your marketing plan. If you don't have one, you're fooling yourself because it means you haven't looked in app files. You have one, okay? If you're not going to do what I have on that, you need to modify it and you need to make it to what you will do.
Yeah.
Because if it's on there and you don't do it, and you're doing what I tell you to do with checking things, they're gonna check it too, and then they're gonna circle something and go, well, where are the postcards they're gonna send out to the whole neighborhood?
Yeah.
Nobody's gotten those. Then cross that off. It can be, I'm gonna hand deliver flyers to your entire neighborhood. Okay, that's powerful. And you'll get more business that way. What do you do to sell my home? Well, it's a valid concern. Let me ask you if you're aware of the two kinds of real estate agents. There are passive agents and active agents, just like there are passive people in life and active people. I'm an active agent, meaning when you get the contract signed, when you sign the contract tonight, I'll spend my time actually marketing your home to the public and to other agents in town. Isn't that what you want me to do? If you want someone who'll work actively and aggressively to get your home sold, remember, this is what I do full time. There's a reason. And you don't stop there. Here's what I'll do, right?